Today I put all 30 NBA franchises on a map, but as you can see by a couple specific logos, we are not in the modern era today, my friends. From Eminem topping the charts to Marvel beginning their assault on the worldwide box office, the 2000s was certainly a fascinating decade. Additionally, on the court, the NBA was rife with talent, from Kobe and Shaq in LA to young stars like LeBron and Dwayne Wade. I've selected one representative for all 30 franchises from the decade of the 2000s, and of course, only one will be left standing. Step one, we've got to find our first challenger of the video, and the Indiana Pacers. Okay. Step two, which direction will the Pacers be heading? East, slightly north. We can work with it, and that's going to be a banger right out the gates. Indiana versus Cleveland. Let's go. I chose the 03-04 version of the Pacers pre-Malice at the Palace, led by prime Jermaine O'Neal, Ron Artest, and old man Reggie Miller. I opted out of using the Cavs 07 finals team. In 2009, they won 66 games. LeBron won his first MVP, and his supporting cast was a bit more solid. Right into the clutch. Tie game. LeBron for the win. No good. All right, OT in game one of the video. Once there, Bron would pull from deep and transition. Bang! Moments later, he'd work off a big Z pick, raise for a jumper. Puts it in! 32, 8, and 7 for MVP LeBron in a W. In game two, we'd head for Cali, Warriors, Lakers already. Of course, we've got the 07 We Believe Warriors primed for another upset question mark. The 01 Lakers lost just a single playoff game IRL. Kobe, Shaq, what else do they need? Oh my gosh, bruh. There's no way. There is no way. Baron Davis would hit the eventual dagger from deep. Massive games from Shaq and Kobe, but that wasn't enough. Another West Coast tilt. The Suns heading into LA against the Clippers. I chose the 2007 version of the Steve Nash Suns, in my opinion, the best version. While the 06 Clippers actually lost to Phoenix in the playoffs, Elton Brand on that team was a monster. We had another clutch finish. Nash would hit a pair of huge triples down the stretch to send the game to OT, and once there, Phoenix, they'd cruise. And finally, we'd figure out the state of Florida, the championship-winning 06 Heat led by young Wade, old Shaq, the surprisingly stacked 09 Finals run Magic led by prime Dwight Howard and a bunch of shooters. Akin to real life, the 09 Magic sipped some secret stuff and flooded the Heat in the fourth quarter en route to victory. Wow. Additionally, for winning games today, I will add one current member of each franchise to the 2000s roster. So in order, the Cavs added Donovan Mitchell, the 07 Warriors added current Steph, oh boy. The Suns added Kevin Durant, yikes. And the Magic added Paulo Banchero, not bad. And let's keep this train rolling, shall we? On to game number 5. Do we get another first timer? Yes, we do. The Charlotte Bobcats. That one's actually good stuff. I can't wait to show you all their roster in a second. Heading north. Oh no, north slightly west is into Cavaliers territory. Well, this is going to be interesting either way. Technically, this Bobcats team I chose is 2010, but it's the 09-10 season, the only time they ever made the playoffs, so we had to shout them out. Gerald Wallace, Steven Jackson, Raymond Felton. This roster is hilarious, dude. Can they upset LeBron, Donovan Mitchell, and the 09 Cavs? It's looking good so far. And unfortunately, the Bobcats run would run out of juice. Another pretty low-scoring game. I'm playing these games in the modern era, so that's interesting, but the Cavs get another dub. Oh, look at LeBron, 39, 8, 10, 3, 2. Yep, that's not surprising. I was low-key hoping the Bobcats would go on a Cinderella run here today, but not meant to be. Meanwhile, I gave Evan Mobley to the 09 Cavs. Yeah, LeBron, you're getting a supporting cast, my friend. From the future Charlotte Hornets, we then get the New Orleans Hornets, you know, from the past. It's so confusing. We're sending them into Grizzlies territory. The 08 Hornets were so good, dude. Chris Paul in like his second or third season arguably should have won MVP over Kobe. David West was an all-star. Tyson Chandler, Peja Stojakovic, great supporting cast. While the Grizzlies didn't have much going on for this entire decade after moving from Vancouver, so I went with 2006 because they're already built in 2K. You know, sometimes my laziness is the deciding factor in these videos. It's all good though, especially since this 06 Grizzlies team is pretty good. Oh, they're battling the Hornets. Look at that. Unfortunately, like the Bobcats last game, the Grizzlies would run out of gas in the fourth quarter. CP3, 28, 7, 9. David West, almost a triple-double. Yo, I didn't show up, but Pau Gasol actually had a pretty strong game there. Now he's eliminated, though. And again, it's confusing, but the New Orleans Hornets eventually became the New Orleans Pelicans, so I'm adding Zion Williamson to this team. Next up, we get our first battle of teams who have already played a game. The wheel gave us the Suns. The closest I could get to matching the compass was to send them into Warriors territory. What an awesome matchup matchup right away is because both the 07 Suns and Warriors are fun. Throwing Kevin Durant and Steph Curry on opposite teams again? Okay, Golden State, can you get up off the mat, Golden State? Come on. Oh, wow, those feisty Sons of Guns almost did get off the mat. I mean, it's a single-digit game, which is much better than it was, but they're going to need a bit of a miracle here, especially with Steph missing. Yeah, that might be game already. And again, I do really think this was the best version of Nash's Suns. They got robbed in the playoffs by Tim, what's-his-name, rigging the series. Anyways, we're probably not going to get a dagger here. Boris Diaw from way downtown. It's all good. The Suns hold on despite an impressive shooting performance from the Warriors, and the Suns continue their move up the West Coast. I will also try to stop talking about how they were robbed in 07. Last time I'll mention. Okay, well, I actually can't guarantee. You never know what I might say in the future. Devin Booker gets added to the team. Man, the Suns were great then. They're great now. This is tough. We'd get another banger West matchup when the Nuggets traveled to San Antonio. I've got the championship winning 05 Spurs against the mellow AI Nuggets. And I've also got an upset. San Antonio went out sad. Denver got to add MVP Jokic. Wow. While the wheel took us back east, Raps, Pistons, nice. It's the 2000 Vince T-Mac version of the Raps against the championship winning 04 Pistons. And yeah, tough go for Toronto. Not even close. Detroit could definitely make some noise here as they take over our one little bit of Canada. And by adding Cade Cunningham from the current team, they've got a pretty good big five now. On to game 10, we'd get an interesting matchup of teams we've already seen, the 09 Cavaliers heading into Hornets territory. Uh-oh, somebody's getting upset. Remember, the Cavs have two additions, Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, while CP3's Hornets have Zion Williamson. These are great teams here. Oh no, LeBron getting flooded. Nah, we need a clutch finish. Come on, Bron, power your... No way. Down 7, can LeBron and the 09 Cavs make a comeback, or does CP3 got it? CP3's Hornets were up by quite a bit here for a minute. Ah, free throws. David West from the high post. That's a shot he used to make all the time. Okay, he missed it. LeBron, you go. You get a bucket right here, and we might have a game. LeBron driving right past Peja Stojakovic, throwing down. Okay, 5-point game. Chill. CP3 going to work on Mo Williams. No help defense. Oh my gosh. Nope. CP3. That's a couple bad possessions in a row, my guy. Also, they go so quickly in the clutch. The AI is so dumb. LeBron. What? Offensive 3 in the key. Evan Mobley just sold. Zion had 26 for the Hornets. CP3 25 and 12. Yeah. LeBron, I guess we can't just blame his teammates. 26, 4 and 6. That wasn't enough. I'm a bit disappointed in La comes up short, but the Hornets, that's kind of a fun team to be making a run. And they'll add Brandon Ingram to the fold, another nice addition from their current team. Next up, we'd figure out New York as we got the Knicks on the wheel, sent them into New Jersey Nets territory. The Knicks basically had an entire decade of being trash, but the 07 team had Eddie Curry averaging 20 a game, Jamal Crawford, Stephon Marbury, old man Steve Francis. This roster's too much fun. Not sure they'll be able to compete with the 02 New Jersey Nets, the first of back-to-back finals appearance teams led by Jason Kidd, who was MVP caliber. Oh yes, our fun 07 Knicks team is here, brother. That is amazing, dude. I didn't even juice the roster at all. Like, Eddie Curry's the best player at 85 overall. Maybe that's a little bit high. Jason Kidd free throws. This would be a massive upset. The Nets are so good on paper. Francis Dice is inside for 2. Come on, Jason Kidd, under a minute left. You better not fumble this bag. The state of New York is on the line. And yes, I do know that New Jersey is its own state. I think I messed that up early. Yo, Kenyon Martin with the flush. Okay, yeah, that was serious. The Knicks are down 2, no shot clock. What can they do? They still have Steve Francis out there. Oh, Jamal Crawford is wide open. Jamal Crawford! Yes! What a shot. What a play. This Knicks team does have it together. The Nets don't have a whole lot of shot makers out there, so if Jason Kidd settles, like, that's kind of disastrous. He should be able to go right past Steve Francis. Oh my gosh, 3 seconds left. He's pulling up. He's pulling up for 3.
What the hell?
Jason Kidd. The Knicks hucked up a ton of threes and somehow came through in the clutch. I did not see that coming. A crazy choke by the New Jersey Nets. The chaotic 07 Knicks add Jalen Brunson. We then get the debut of MVP KG and the 04 T-Wolves taking on young Ray Allen and the 01 Bucks. I was low-key shocked at this result. Garnett with a monster stat line in his first appearance in the video. Melo AI Jokic should have had a gimme as they'd take on the 07 Utah Jazz. Keyword there being should have, as Utah entered the vid with an upset instead. I was pumped to figure out the king of the Pacific Northwest, the 09 what if they stayed healthy Trailblazers, Brandon Roy, Greg Oden against Prime Ray Allen and the Sonics. But this game was not a banger, except from... Yo, look at Prime Ray Allen. Best performance of the video so far. 47 points on 18 of 26 shooting. Yeah, Ray. Next up, we'd welcome the 01 Allen Iverson Sixers, taking taking on our chaotic Knicks, whose run was unfortunately cut short. MVP AI, too good, bruh. Also too good were the 09 Magic, who reappeared in this video. They'd handle business against the 09 Atlanta Hawks, a pretty solid roster, but adios. And moments later, the 04 T-Wolves proved they were not a fluke, as in an alternate timeline version of the 2004 NBA Finals, Minnesota took down the Pistons, Kevin Garnett once again filling up the stat sheet in a big W. KG putting up monster stats, and the T-Wolves taking some W's. It do not get better than that. Also, the thing this Timberwolves team was always missing, a skilled big man to pair with KG. Yeah, that'll be Cat, sure. Up next, another one of those super teams I referenced moments ago, the Phoenix Suns. The compass sent them south, only one team slightly south of them, the 07 Utah Jazz. What could have been the 2007 Western Conference Finals had a certain referee not rigged the series with the Suns and Spurs. Bruh, I can't stop mentioning it. That series was like my villain origin story. What do you want from me? Oh no, don't do this to me. Don't do 2K23. Don't you let me have. Nah, this isn't even close. This isn't even close, brother. Steve, I don't know why, dude. I don't know why. You're cursed, okay? Doesn't matter. IRL 2007, you know, in this game, you're cursed. Why would you do this to me? I don't know what I'm doing here with this jersey. Oh yeah, I should rub it in, Carlos Boozer. And there you have it, proof I do not rig these videos, because I'm obviously biased towards this version of the Phoenix Suns, and somehow they lost this game. To be fair, I actually did really like that 07 Jazz team too. I used to try and emulate Darren Williams' playstyle. Believe it or not, I was unsuccessful in doing so, but let's move on. Jordan Clarkson gets added to their core. They actually needed a shooting guard, so that's nice. And after one West Coast super team was downed, we had a chance to build another. Sacramento up for the first time, sending them into Sonics territory. The 02 Kings, man, they were real good in real life on paper here in 2K. The Sonics are going to need another huge game from Ray Allen. Prime Ray Allen did indeed show up once again for the Sonics. He would eventually end this game with 26 points, 11 assists, filling up the stat sheet, but the Kings got dueling 30-point games from Peja and Chris Webber. They were simply too much to handle. Also, look at this stat line from Vlade Divac, their center, 18, 9, and 20 assists. What in the... I've never seen that. As always, we hate to see the Sonics go, but we also should have known the Kings were going to be a problem. And with all due respect to Mike Bibby, they get a nice bump at point guard, De'Aaron Fox. The wheel and compass gave us a couple big players. Up next, Minnesota heading southwest into Utah. Someone's fallen hard here. The Timberwolves high-key have a perfect lineup now with Ant and Cat dropped in there, but can the Jazz play spoiler again? Oh, baby, yes, they can. Minnesota clinging to a 3-point lead with under 2 minutes left. I think Utah might just be one of these teams that succeeds beyond... Oh my gosh, let me chill. Ant with a flush. I was trying to say Utah might be one of these teams that surprisingly dominates this video. Jordan Clarkson pulling up for 3. Wait, it's still on the table. That's a big shot. D-Will's gonna get a touch after a near turnover. He's got the end of the shot clock. He's gonna kick out to Clarkson. Another 3. Oh, that's not great. Just way too much Jordan Clarkson down the stretch for the Jazz. The Timberwolves did not shoot. That was an ugly game. Bro, KG with another monster stat line. 22, 21, 8, 3. I need someone to compile his stats for this video and drop it in the comment section. This is nuts. Also nuts, the amount of land mass that is turning green on the United States of America. That's wild. And y'all might think I'm also wild because I'm giving the T-Wolves Jaden McDaniels instead of Rudy Gobert. Did they really need another big man? Nah, another defensive wing. That should help this team. My bad if I just sunk the Timberwolves by not giving them Rudy, but it makes sense to me on paper. There's only 10 teams left here, and there's another first-timer, the Washington Wizards. I'm using the 07 Wizards you'll see in a second. They're kind of like the Atlanta Hawks, where they always get insane simulations, and they're heading southwest into New Orleans Hornets territory. Okay, it's been a minute. Here's the 07 Wizards led by 91 Gilbert Arenas, Caron Butler, Jameson. They just always get crazy sims. Gilbert versus CP3 should be good as well. And indeed, our all-star point guard battle lived up to the hype. It was all Gilbert and the Wizards in the first half, but eventually CP3 and the Hornets did slide through in this matchup. And yeah, Gilbert and the Wizards were not able to hold on to a big lead they had at one point. Also, I low-key forgot the Hornets had already added Zion and Brandon Ingram. They are stacked. CP3 31 and 12. BI had 37. Yo, the Hornets are legit. Bro, the Hornets roster keeps getting nicer and more balanced. CJ added. No rest for those Hornets either, as we got another first-time team, the Chicago Bulls, but they were sent right into Hornets territory. The 2000s was actually a pretty poor decade for the Bulls. They did have rookie D Rose towards the end of it. of it, but I chose the 07 Bulls with Ben Wallace, Ben Gordon. Well, dang, they won a playoff series, but unfortunately they ain't winning a game in this here video. Although they kept it within 10, you know, these rosters not very balanced. That's kind of a W in and of itself, but not actually. Chicago, you lose. Oh, and also I added Jonas Valanciunas to their roster. It keeps getting better. Now with just 8 teams remaining, we'd finally get the Houston Rockets, a team I'm very excited for. We sent them south into Minnesota Timberwolves green territory. Another epic what if they stayed healthy team, the 05 Rockets with still prime T-Mac, all-NBA prime Yao Ming. Dude, they're gonna have a tough matchup, but they could do some damage. Okay, we're through halftime. The Timberwolves are up. The Rockets are low-key hanging around. Gosh darn it. Now I know why so many of you get mad at the wheel in these videos. How dare they wait this long to give us the 05 Houston Rockets? What a shame. It's obviously not surprising this loaded Timberwolves team took them down, but maybe if the 05 Rockets had a chance to cook with some upgrades, my word, the Timberwolves shot a ton of threes. As adding to his resume this video, KG now 24 points, 19 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks. Who's keeping track? Minnesota T-Wolves, more like W-Wolves. Am I right, people? Oh, why are you booing me? Okay, that was clever. Okay, fine. I've been brainwashed by the videos of seeing Rudy Gobert shooting threes on my Twitter timeline. He's added to the team. The wheel would give us our second to last first timer of the video, the Boston Celtics. They were sent right into Philly territory, and this could be setting up for a late championship 08 Celtics run here. It's their first game of the video, but the Sixers have also only played one game. The Celtics could win this thing, and indeed my fears were realized. The 2008 Celtics came out firing. The duo of Embiid and Iverson wasn't good enough to compete with the Celtics big four, and Boston walked into Philly. They walked into this video so late, and yeah, they might do some damage here. I'm worried, bro. For reasons I'll explain in a moment. Joel played great. AI was cool, but they were no match for the Celtics big four. Like I said, KG, well, this version of KG is also doing work. 23, 10, 7, 1, 4. What? And the reason I'm so scared of the Celtics coming in, not just this territory they take over and turn green, but rather it's because they get to walk in this video, win a game, add Jason Tatum. Now they've got a big 5. I made KG a center, Paul Pierce a power forward, which actually boosted their overall. Now just 6 teams remaining. There was still one first timer. We wouldn't get them though. Sacramento was up, heading west. Sacramento, Minnesota. This is going to be a battle. The Kings have just 1 win, 1 upgrade to their name, but I still could see them putting an end to this miracle Timberwolves run. Uh-oh, I might have jinxed Minnesota. They, yep. I jinxed it. I put it out there that the Kings could beat them, and now they're down 4 with just over 2 minutes remaining. Uh-oh, Minnie. Brother, they need stops here, do the Timberwolves, but De'Aaron Fox slices past KG. What? KG, oh no, KG dishes off to Rudy Gobert, doesn't know what to do with it. Oh no, I put Rudy on this team, and is this their downfall? Go get the O board. Never mind, no O board. Okay, let me chill. When I put Rudy on the Timberwolves, I did not want them to run 3 bigs in the clutch. Even with KG's versatility, that's cool. Chris Webber, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, they are playing KG at small. I cursed them by putting Rudy Gobert on the team. That is unbelievable. KG just got clamped by Mike Bibby, who's inexplicably playing small forward for the freaking Kings. What? And one? Nah, this is the most acid dip simulation of 2K I've ever seen, hands down. All right, bro, I need to decompress here. The Kings, they of course won, shot better from 3, GG's. But what just happened is I put Rudy Gobert on the Timberwolves. In his first appearance, in the clutch, they decide to run 3 bigs. Doing this should have been smart because KG somehow had a mismatch on Mike Bibby, who was playing small forward for the Kings. KG gets clamped on one end. Mike Bibby gets an and one against KG on the other end. And all of Minnesota is now in tears. I can't believe it. Oh, and putting Rudy on the Timberwolves also nerfed Kevin Garnett, who finally had an off game. Just an insane way for KG's Timberwolves to go out. All this land shifts to Sacramento purple, and I don't know what's gonna happen to their rotation here. Mike Bibby small forward, I don't know. Domantas Sabonis added to the team. Just 5 teams remain, 1 first timer still out there. It's the Dallas Mavericks. Spoiler, are we finally okay? I say their name and now we see it's like Beetlejuice or Candyman or something. Dallas Mavericks, they're finally in okay. I started to stutter because I was so excited. I didn't realize the Mavs were going to have to play Sacramento. I mean, that's cool too. I obviously could have gone with the 06 finals run Mavericks, but Dirk, Steve Nash, Michael Fitt, this team's way more fun. Unfortunately, the Kings, they don't care about the Mavs being fun. Gosh darn it, Sacramento. Steve with 21, Dirk with 21. That's definitely not enough. I'm sorry, Mavs fans. The wheel really didn't want to see y'all be great. Sacramento also adds Kevin Huerter, 81 overall, a little more bench balance. And after removing Dallas, we have just 4 teams left, a couple more spins, a couple more games. The Hornets. Now there's some teams that can slide by, not have to play any games. It's very interesting south. You know what? The team most south from where I've got the Hornets logo now would be the Orlando Magic. There's only 4 teams left. Let's go with it. Because it's been a minute, a quick refresher. The 09 Magic, led by prime Dwight Howard, Rashard Lewis. They've added Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero. This is a good team. I need to stop saying that. Obviously, all the teams remaining are good. CP3 on the 08 Hornets. I mean, they're the favorite for sure. This roster is much stronger. Do I smell another classic J Canada reverse jinx? Okay, the Hornets take the lead. Okay, woo, thank goodness. We've beaten the allegations. No reverse jinx here. The Hornets a much better team on paper, like I said, and they cruised to victory. Actually, allow me to chill. They only won by 7. They shot 65% from 3. How is this a close game? Bro, maybe we should have been tracking Chris Paul's stats. 25, 13 assists. This man's on a mission. As are the Hornets as a team. Now they take over Georgia, Florida. Nice. He's way down their rotation, but Trey Murphy, not a bad piece to add. And just like that, we're on to our final spin of the video. 3 teams remaining. Who gets a pass through to the finals? Not the Sacramento Kings. Boston's going to get to go right through to the finals, having played 1 game, and then they'll probably win it. This is disastrous. As technically, yes, we could go basically any matchup here from Sacramento, but I think they're going into the Hornets territory. We'll let Boston go through to the finals. This is crazy. We know what the 08 Hornets are working with, but the 02 Kings, a full refresher on their roster. I mean, it's looking solid. Sabonis, Fox, they were already so good with their base. Spot in the finals of this video on the line. A couple heavyweights about to duke it out. Point guard CP3 had his Hornets out to an early lead in this game that eventually ballooned to double figures. The Kings, of course, would not bow out without a fight, bringing it to within single digits. Unfortunately, Sacramento's bid at a comeback would fall short. A solid 12-point win for the Hornets. Zion went nuts for them, 35, 5 and 5. Chris Paul 17, 14, 6 steals, filling it up. Just a massive W for the Hornets. My word, this is so much territory to paint over. And I lied, we'll do one more spin this video. Whoever this lands on gets home court advantage in the final, and rightfully so, it's going to be the Hornets, because these freaking Boston Celtics, man, no way they played 1 game and got to the final. The Hornets are the unquestioned favorite in our final thanks to all the upgrades they've stacked up. Also, getting home court advantage isn't too shabby. But the Celtics, man, even just adding Jason Tatum, I mean, they've got an unreal starting 5. Do they need more? I think so, but we'll find out. No, 2K, no, I'm not accepting that you're doing this to us right now. Why is CJ McCollum? Where's Chris Paul? He's on the floor. Why is Chris Paul not dribbling the ball when he's on the court? Brother, the Celtics have won a single game. I cannot get over that. They add Tatum, and now they're just unbeatable. Tatum hitting these stupid short-range jumpers in the clutch. Oh my gosh, I just don't understand. Like, why is CJ McCollum? He's literally the 5th best player on the court. What? Why? But Jonas bricked 1 free throw, so unless there's some... Oh, wait a minute. That is chaos right there. I was about to say, unless there's some chaos, Chris Paul's on the scene. Okay, it's not over, New Orleans. Just please give the ball to Chris Paul so we can sleep well at night. Oh my goodness. I am done with this game. You've got to be kidding me, Tyson Chandler. Hold on just a second. If Tatum oh no, of course Tatum would make that shot. Joining this video late, they won a single game, the Celtics. Before this one, of course, the only one that matters. Chris Paul, 23 points, 15 assists, but sure, let's run the offense through CJ McCollum in the clutch. Great decision. Timberwolves version of KG carried this entire video just to have old man Celtics version slide through with 8 freaking points and a W. There's like 4 or 5 different storylines that are really bothering me right now, but there you go. The 2008 Boston Celtics played in 2 games this video, and they are the champions of this video. Great, just give them another championship to talk about endlessly on podcasts for the rest of time. I am so sorry, everybody. I don't know how that happened.